Hi guys, hi, hello. Today I am going to make short crust pastry. I'm doing this for the base of a quiche, and it may be a little extra because I'm using a small Pyrex dish at the end of the day. But what you can do it in batches. You can double the recipe, so when it's done you can use half, freeze half, so you will always have a batch there waiting in the refrigerator, in the freezer. You can take out, you can defrost or thaw out, let's say about 2 hours before, and then you can roll it out and have another crust to make your quiche or whatever you choose to do. So I have here 12 ounces of flour. To this, I'm going to add 8 ounces of cold butter. Already cubed it, and I'm adding it here to the food processor. Now you can do this with your hands also, but what I notice when you're using your hands, because of your body temperature, it encourages the butter to melt quickly and the pastry can become greasy. So I rather put it here and let's give it a quick thing, and it's not going to melt. Butter is not going to melt. And I have here 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Now if you're doing this for like a sweet filling, you could put sugar instead of salt. So I'm gonna put the lid on now, and we're just going to pulse that around there. Piece of the butter is stuck at the edge. Right, so just for about 30 seconds, you want it to look like fine breadcrumbs. Yeah. You don't want any lumps of butter. So if there are any lumps, you can just put it on for another 30 seconds. I'm still seeing a few lumps there, so I'm going to put it back on. Nice. So that's more like it. If you could see in the processor. Yep. It looks like fine breadcrumbs. So to this now, I'm going to add some cold milk. I'm just going to use 1 tablespoon first, just to bring it together. And if it's not, I'll use 2, because 1 will definitely not bring it together. And we eyeball it, so to speak. Look at it and see if it's okay. So we're gonna put that back on there again. All right, so you can see the difference. See, it has already begun coming together, shaping itself into a dough. So we're gonna put it out now back to our dish, or we can put it to the counter. All right, so here we have our dough. See, it came together nicely. So I put it on a slightly floured board, and I'm not gonna knead it. I'm just gonna squeeze it together nicely to form a nice ball. But I'm going to also flatten it because that will make it easier to roll out. I'm going to put it cling it and put it to the refrigerator to rest for about half an hour to 30 minutes to 1 hour. Yeah, so when it's flat like this, it will be much easier to roll, giving it like a jump start, the rolling process. Yep. So I am going to cling it now. Make life a little easy. Right, so here we are. Our dough is ready to go to the refrigerator, and then we're gonna roll it out and what we call blind baking, put it to bake for a few minutes. So here I have my lightly floured board, and I am going to roll the dough out. Oh no, it's not okay, the board is shifting, so I need to take it off the board. Okay. Yep. Just gonna roll it a bit bigger than the dish and not this thick. I'm gonna roll it thinner. Oops, piece came out. No worries. So here I am. I'm just tucking it in. I'm not going to stretch it. I'm just making sure it fits properly in the dish before I cut around the edges. Alright, so here's it, and I'm just going to make some little frills around the edges for presentation, of course. It's very simple. I'm going to cut off this extra piece here. Okay, alright, so I'm going to take my fork and make some holes at the bottom here, because we don't want it to, when we put it to bake, we don't want it to be bulging up in the middle. But however, I am going to put a piece of foil in it. And also put some beans in there. And that's what we call blind baking. Fill it with some beans. The weight is going to keep the pastry level. And then I'm going to put this to bake for about 20 to 25 minutes at 350 degrees. Okay, so here we are. Accidents do happen. So I managed to break a little piece of it off on that side there. Nevertheless, this is our pastry, and I can do two things. I can put it back to the oven for about 5 minutes, or I can add my filling and continue to bake and put it to bake and have my quiche at the end of it. So this is it, folks. This is your short crust pastry for your quiche. Okay, all right, take care, bye.